A pleasant good afternoon. It's Thursday, the last day of August, the month in which I celebrated my birthday. August is slipping by. We wouldn't see another August until 2024. So it's the 31st August 2023. It's election year. 40 more days to these elections. 1,000 plus candidates. More than 1,000 to go to different offices at the House of Representatives, the Liberian Senate 15, and for the presidency, one will be elected. Many are called, few are chosen. National Elections Commission say we should stop damaging the billboards. And those of you politicians who are talking too much, stop, because of course you're talking and you're saying is making the Liberian people afraid. You're planning what happens to a candidate after the elections. That's bad. Stop talking too much. It will haunt you. It will affect your votes. Politicians talking about downsizing, people who the CDC government employ. Some of the people who are employed by the CDC government could vote for you. So when you threaten them that you will move them when you take power, they will be afraid. And some of the people who are CDC people who are helping their family members too, you threaten that when you take power, you will move them because CDC employed them. You will make them afraid. They will run from you. I mean, come and think about it. Don't make some statement that will haunt you October 10. Those of you who are saying how you will move a particular president if he's elected and who will run the country is bad for you too. Stop talking. Run your campaign. Tell the people what you can do and stop saying how you will remove the president or the president is an old man and when you get elected, who will run the country. That's not good for you to say. I bet it will haunt you. It will haunt you October 10 and beyond. This is not about tribal elections. This is not about county. This is not about tribe. This is about Liberia. ELBC Radio. My name is Isaac Red. I will be on the show until I get voice from our team that's covering the CDC campaign team. Paid for campaign coverage. If you want us to come to your campaign, let us know. We will be there. Give us your campaign schedule. The CDC has released the campaign schedule. Tell us so we can know where you're going next. We'll be glad to announce it on the radio. The radio is not only for those who paid, it's for Liberians who are also listening and are entitled to information. Since we've been asking you for your campaign schedule, you won't give it to us. That's not good. But again, this is Liberia. Welcome to the Bumper Show. My name is Isaac Red. What's trending? CDC's stand-up bearer and the vice stand-up bearer is out and about Margibi County and campaigning for votes on October 10. Joseph Burka is said to be getting ready to come to Liberia today. We heard that his campaign team said he'll come to Liberia. He went for 3 days. He left on Monday, and so he gets back here today. We will have an episode of that if we get it confirmed that he's coming. Whatever he says when he returns will be on our news too. Alexander Cummings is touring Monrovia too. That's trending. Campaign is on. Let's hear from you. This evening, a presidential candidate is on our radio. He is the stand-up bearer of. Let me get the information right. Yesterday, we heard. Let me hear from you. Hello. All right. Yesterday we heard Tiawan Gonglo here on ELBC Radio. Opposition leader Tiawan Gonglo was on ELBC on this evening and on the program called Open Conversation. We have an opposition political leader in the country. He will be on ELBC Radio. I keep getting calls from the Minister of Public Affairs. Minister Tumbo, you calling to ELBC. You got some information for us, sir?
Yes, I wanted to give you an update as to what we are doing when it comes to the recruitment process, the voluntary recruitment process of the at-risk youth. So I wanted to give an update and brief the public as to where we are when it comes to that process. process.
I bet that's good news for people who are considered or referred to as Zogo, right?
Sure.
All right, so you are live. Parents are concerned about these folks on the street. Let us have some update about that. Tempo, go ahead.
Okay, so that's good. So you know why it is true that there is a political campaign going on. We also have a national humanitarian campaign that is ongoing, getting the young people, our brothers and sisters, our cousins, family members who are drug addicted. We try to get them from the street with the policy introduced, the program introduced by this government, collaborating with the UN system. So we started the process on the 21st of August, and from August 21st to yesterday, which was the 30th, so far we have recruited, voluntarily we have clients recruited 266. Of that number that I just gave you, the 266 come from both Monserrato and Mine Gibi. And of that number, you will have 39% who have escaped. They thought that we're giving money out, we were dishing out money, or we're giving out so many things. So they came, but they could not find a way out. So 39 of them left at our centers. Therefore, the total number of at-risk youth now that we have in various centers, we have 227. And let me just give you a quick breakdown. So before you go. So Monserrato total recruited in Monserrato 216. In Monserrato total escape 39. So total in Monserrato in various centers now is 177. Starbase just across the bridge in right near Point 4 Junction, you have 106 persons there, male 105, female 1. ES Grant, we have 40 patients, males 29, females 11. Women rescue doctor, females 32 all. So in Mine Gibi, we have the wellness unit, 19 males, 1 female, Samuel Grants, 29 males, and 1 female. And Mr. Ray, it will interest you to note, yesterday we were glad that even when the president, His Excellency, visited one of our centers, our holding centers where we are doing the detoxification, where we have some young guys being, placed, and they are going under the process. So to our surprise, the president visited one of our centers, and he interacted with the guys, one of them who is the CRC, and people listening to me, to you and myself, they should know the CRC in Mine Gibi. And this guy said there was one of the best opportunity he has been looking for, and now that you got this opportunity, he will be an ambassador in that holding center to recruit and to get back of the guys from the streets. And he said he was doing plumbing at BWR. And when you graduate, after the detoxification, when he's rehabilitated, he wants to learn plumbing. And so the president promised him and gave him a pat on the back. So we are glad that the process is ongoing. It is voluntary, and we want for people to understand that this is a national cause, and we ask everybody who got the children, who got the brothers and sisters, who got a family member, that they should be able to turn, they should ask them to come, for the process. This is how the process works. You proceed at the process, you'll be profiled. When you profile, right now we are dealing with the BW Harris and the Medina fee somewhere around the 0.4. So when you get to any of our recruitment centers, you'll be profiled, you'll be asked so many questions. If you have any, health situation, you will be referred to one of the hospitals for any medical attention. And we're also interested to know of all the people being collected, Mr. Ray. We have, I think the first day or the second day, we have one of them who was a pregnant lady that gave birth, and so we are taking care of both the child and the lady. So if I should add the child, which of course I should not do, because that child is in our care and the child is innocent, so I will not even add a child to the number that we have recruited so far. So the process is ongoing, and we anticipate more of our brothers and sisters to come and get recruited, detox, rehabilitated, and reunited in the society.
So the question now, Mr. Tumpo, before I leave you, you said 266 persons initially were recruited or voluntarily turned in Zogos. Now, you said some escaped. What mechanism have you put in place to ensure that the remaining ones that are there, or people who would join for WD talks, how guarantee are we that they wouldn't escape if you're not giving them food and money?
No, so when I said the 39 I escaped, there are people for me, I'm suspecting that they just came to find pressure in the situation. Like I said, they thought that we're giving money, but the real guys are there. We are feeding them. We are feeding them every day.
But Mr. Tumpo, is there a place? Is there a place where somebody can go and then decide to walk away? If you get them to.
So we are putting into place a serial mechanism that once you get into any of our detoxification center, that you will remain there. But we started on the first day, and this process started on the first day, and this is one of the challenges that we encountered on the first day. And that day, that lesson was a lesson that was taught to us. So we are putting into place a serious mechanism that when you get into any of our centers, you will not leave, you will not find a way out. What we are doing now is that we're feeding people, we are clothing people, and we are even entertaining them. So if you are under that influence, the drugs influence, if you get to if you are profile, we find out that yes, the drugs is actually in you, and you are taken to the center, my friend, you will not leave the center because we will take charge of you.
All right. Before I leave you, Mr. Tumpo, good news that you're collecting people from the streets who are under the influence of illicit drugs. Good news. Every Liberian likes to hear that because that's a troubling situation with our young people. Where I bet you're taking some measures to against those people who are peddling drugs, those who are consuming drugs, people who are not necessarily Zogos, but people who are well dressed, well minded, but they're taking illicit drugs. I hope you're eyeing those kind of people too.
So, Mr. Ryan, it was so good. We are on a national campaign, and that national campaign is to address the issue of the Arix youth.
Okay.
And more of this to be told that we are glad that even the legislature and this government, the president filed a piece of legislation to the legislature, which we call the drugs law, to tackle the root cause of this problem that we are fixing today. And so now that drug laws are being, passed into law, it is, in everybody's interest that we all, our eyes get to shine on those who are importing drugs, and so the law will actually take its course on anybody who is caught in this kind of process. Our concern for us who are on the team is to address the issue of the Arix youth. The issue of the drugs law as passed by the legislature will be dealt with the state's security and the legislature and the insurance.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs, who is the Dean of the Cabinet, spent some time talking today to the press and the Liberian people at your ministry. You want to give us a snapshot, in a nutshell, what did the minister come here and say to your press briefings today?
So he was here for the single reason, one, for the policy, the foreign policies of this country, and to explain. The first thing is that he explained to the Liberian people that yes, the president who is seeking the second, who is seeking re-election is on a peaceful mission, and every time the president went out, the first statement, or every time he started to speak, he always tell the Liberian people, his supporters, to remain peaceful. And then he came back to explain to the Liberian people on the program that we are implementing, the Arix youth. And he said this was one of the dreams of the government, to get the young people off the street. And to the extent that even the government has given the initial amount of 526,000. That was a good start off for the government. And then he left, he started talking about the policies about people being assigned in foreign mission, how the process was. Remember of recent, there was an issue, training issue, and there were so many reports that the wife of the former finance minister, Burma S. Kamara, Mrs. Kamara, who is serving in one of our missions, I think in the U.S., is being, threatened to come back. And that was not the case. Those people who have stayed for so long in some of the missions, according to the foreign policies and the program that they are, the reform situation they are undertaking, it is only good that people abide by the reform policy, that even if you are assigned on a particular mission for 10 years, for 15 years, in foreign mission, at the foreign ministry, you have something you call recall and reassign. So when they record you, it's not anything against you to say that yes, somebody is threatening you.
All right.
If Asa Rare was assigned
in New York,
in Belgium or in France, after 5 years of service, if you are required for reassignment, it should not be seen as threat.
All right.
That the government is after you. So he went there and provided all the information to the Liberian people and to the press.
All right, Minister Tumbo, thank you so much. I wish you a pleasant weekend.
It's my pleasure, and I'll see you sometime soon.
All right, Deputy Minister of Public Affairs, Republic of Liberia, Jalawa Tumbo, making some, giving us some good news there about the at-risk youth. They had 266 of them voluntarily turned in for detoxification. Some escaped. They thought that they were being collected to be given money. These are election time, so they are rushed in. But the government program is not election program; it's a campaign to take the at-risk youths who are popularly known or commonly known as Zogos. ELBC, the Bomber Show runs on here. Let me try to bring you a little bit of music. We are waiting for voice from our outside broadcast team. They are in Margibi. They were in the upper part. Now I'm told they're going to the lower part of Margibi. Before I talk to Jalawa Tumpo, I was trying to tell you about the open conversation tonight. We have our guest opposition leader, William W. Trudeau, Sr., presidential candidate for the DNA party. He will be on ELBC radio tonight. He wants to be president of Liberia. He comes here with his plan, his profile, his campaign agenda, his manifesto. Tune in to ELBC this evening for a conversation at 8 o'clock. Titi Jibu and Tape, Washington Tape, the new show here that is setting the record straight. Also on the TV tonight is All Things Considered. And you know, the people are watching the television in the counties, and if you want to watch what's happening in Monrovia, if you're outside Monrovia, in Maryland, you're in Sino, you're in Lofa, you're in Bummy, any part of Liberia you are, it's easier to get to watch the television, to watch the television from Monrovia. All you have to do is to get a multi TV. You don't pay any subscription. You just go and buy your multi TV. Go to any store and ask for a multi TV satellite TV where we are on. LNTV is now across West Africa, so you can watch LNTV any part of West Africa, even in Liberia, in Blamie, or in Lawalazu. You can watch it. All you need is a multi TV set, a dish, and you watch it and watch what's happening in Liberia. That's TV for Monrovia. So go to a nearby shop on Deswa Street or on Vanyama Main Street, at Kaza or Tableman. Ask the shop there for selling satellite, the STV or multi TV. You can watch LNTV now across Liberia, in any village, in any town, in any city. People are watching us more in Nimba. People are getting us on the TV in Kample and in Lokwatu, Sanikwele, Bam, Buyao, as well as Belige. You can watch it too if you are in Louisman, Basiwen, Johnstown, or in Basiwen, or in Ganglostown. Wherever you are, you can watch the television in Golu, in Tableman. Right. I'll open the line shortly. We'll be talking to you about peace. We'll be talking to you about elections until we have voice from our outside broadcast team. How is the campaign going in your county? Let's hear from you, Liberians, and how peaceful you want it. I noticed that people are tearing down posters. The National Elections Commission just talked about that. But people are tearing down posters of the opponents, which is bad. If you know about anybody doing that, try to discourage it. If you know about anybody selling drugs in your community, try to expose it. If you know somebody who's selling land that doesn't belong to them, let's talk about it. If you know about anybody going around and telling you that LEC say they'll go on the right for 2 months and they solve the problem at LEC, expose those presidents. People are going around the community saying that LEC is putting everybody on the right, which is false. These are the people who are spoiling the system and telling you that LEC now says people should go on the right. It's false. If you went on the right and don't wait for the LEC to correct the situation, you will be in serious problem. This is the Liberian National Television. This is what's on the television right now. I have a TV show this evening, but on the radio, we want to talk to some of our correspondents in the counties about the elections. Evis Gono, as well as William Dizento, they're all in the county side. Grand Bazaar, whether Grand Bazaar is prepared. Kitman, the president, was there the other day. Babalu and Bombing, the president is now in Margibi County. How's it going out there? Let me hear from the correspondents across Liberia. Moses Jipley, they're all expecting the president. Orlando Kwalemini, Paul Ramsey is expecting the president. Prince Kopla is expecting the president. Let's talk about the president's visit to the counties. He's on his campaign trail. Our correspondents are out and about. If you give us your campaign schedule, we'd also like to talk to you about the campaign in the county. Jenin Kemuka was covering the president in different parts of Cape Mount. Jenin, how you doing? Jenin Kemuka, how are you? All right, you may not be ready. Matusila Gay, is Rosa expecting the president of Liberia?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, is Rosa prepared for the CDC campaign trail?
I will tell you yes, but another issue could be that the information is not actually going caught and across Riverside County.
Information on when the president will be in and when the president will be out, you mean?
Yes, when the president will be in River says so that because I tried contacting the county authorities about the president visit to the county, and they said they don't know the actual date yet.
All right, so we'll all try to figure out when the president comes in there. Thank you, Matisla Gay. Let me go to Moses Jipley. Thank you, Matisla. Have a wonderful time in River Says. Moses Jipley, how you doing?
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I said, and thank you so much for joining me. Let me say good afternoon to my colleague, Melchizedek Gay, who currently have discovered Damo.
Matilda, you heard that?
Yes. All right, that is here.
All right. Moses, let me hear you. All right, we'll talk about the Damo story later on. Moses, how are preparations going on for the president's arrival?
Well, the local authority headed by Superintendent Josh Andrew Proud, alongside with the chairman for the Coalition of Democratic Change Maryland chapter, Honorable Series Doe, are doing tremendously well in terms of putting all resources together, engaging communities, engaging the towns, the communities, commissioners are all forming part of the process, backing the county superintendent in terms of support the young people who see the need of supporting President George Manneh re-election. There are tremendous work being done so far as it relates to the president's arrival, but in terms of information dissemination, we have not been informed on a daily basis from local authorities. Sometimes we call them and they give an update, but like for example, adding up a part of the team and looking at our responsibility as a state correspondent when it comes to information dissemination, we are still struggling in terms of that. Sometimes we request, they give it, and sometimes we don't receive the information.
Yeah, but Tisla just spoke about the same issue in Riverside County. So everybody is trying to get the information correct when the president comes in. But in terms of other political parties, because these elections are not only about President George Weah, other participants, representative and senatorial candidates, how well is the campaign going? I'll come back to you, Moses. Let me hear from Matisla about other political leaders like presidential, senatorial, representative candidates. Matisla?
Yes, Dara.
No, I'm asking you about other presidential candidates, posters, as well as time for them to enter Riverside. Are you hearing anything about other parties?
Yes, for the representative candidates and that of the senatorial candidates, they are fully in Riverside. But when it comes to the presidential candidate or political parties, we are not actually hearing more about that, except for the president or the CDC that is, getting ready. But the actual day of the president arrival is one issue that, the message is not going across.
Oh, so other political leaders or political candidates, presidential candidates are not giving any date. Flyers are all about the place. It have been noticed in Monrovia. Most of us will come to you shortly. It has been noticed in Monrovia, Matusla, that party agents are tearing down posters of the opposing candidates. Is there anything like that happening in Riverside?
Yes, in fact, there are so many complaints, especially when it comes to complaining some of the senatorial candidates where this person will go and tune up this person poster. But one major complaint in the country was a representative candidate for District 2 who is running as an independent candidate was seen on his poster with President George Weah, which the sedition in Riverside, the local branch had to file a complaint to the National Elections Commission, and as we speak, the situation was resolved because sedition they threatened to tear down all of the posters that is carrying the president image. So you cannot have a candidate in Riverside County in district number 2, Manarouf Somara, then you have Steve Tikwa now carrying the image of the president on his flyers.
But why if Steve Tikwa is carrying President Weah as his candidate? He's not going to party ticket, but he says, vote for me and vote for President Weah. So is anything wrong with him supporting and putting President Weah on his poster? Why it's true that the CDC has a candidate in Roof?
That was one of his argument, but then the concern of the District 2 candidate on the CDC ticket was Steve Tikwa as a senatorial candidate is confusing the voters to actually vote against us. But then, like I said, the problem will withdraw. I mean, so now as we speak, things are on course. And in fact, nobody fighting again, except for recently we got information that the NDC Senator Francis P. Posa was told that in Yapa Town, but then a complaint was filed to the National Elections Commission, and as we speak, the situation was also put to halt, and things are normal. Since this week, we are yet to receive any complaint of whether there was a violence or people tearing down posters.
I will go to Moses shortly, Gay, before I go to Moses. I'd like to know District 1, District 2, who are the first three lead candidates in District 1 and District 2? Who are the first three?
District 1, the incumbent, Madam Rosanna Shack is number 1. You have one, Solomon Peter, he's also among them, and one is Samuel Sawa. They are the three leading candidates now as we speak in electoral district number 1. Then in electoral district number 2, Representative Barra Zawi is 1, and you also have one Ruth Somara, who is the candidate on the Coalition of Democratic Change. It's another person. You have Mose Goy. Mose Goy is another person in those 2 districts. So the 2 districts, you have the 3 candidates that names are roaming across the length and breadth of the districts.
With the Senate?
With the Senate, you have the first person is the city candidate, Bill Torway, and you also have the incumbent lawmaker, which is Senator Francis P. and one Gabriel Smith. Gabriel Smith, who served in Grand Bassa County before, is one of the ranking names. So these are the three names, for the senatorial post in Riverside County. Let
me say thank you for being there to give us all the updates on the elections 40 days from now. And we'll look up to you for more information that will help the electorates and help voters to be peaceful. Thank you, Methuselah.
Thank you so much. But we will want the information of when the president.
I heard you. I heard that. You know, to speak with the CDC.
All radio stations are willing to provide the time so that the message will be across the country, so that civilians and supporters of the president can come out.
All right, thank you. Yeah, we take note of that. The CDC people will be contacted, and we're also looking for information on other parties, the CPP candidate, the United Party candidate. We need the information. When are you going to the county? So our correspondent can give you coverage. Thank you. Moses Jeepley. Moses, people are tearing down posters in Monrovia. The National Elections Commission is warning against such action or attitude. What is the situation like with posters of candidates and their rivals in Maryland?
So what my colleague have said is similar to what is currently taking place in Maryland, specifically in Harper. It all started with the banner posted by the port manager, Honorable William W. Wallace. There are cross-section of civilians who have observed that Honorable William W. Wallace, who is contesting as a representative candidate for Harper District, posted the CDC logo on his banner, and he's running as an independent. So that drew the attention of some supporters of the Coalition of Democratic Change, and that's what led by the new city mayor, Melchizedek, who, according to information, went and destroyed the banner of William W. Wallace on ground that he's not on the party ticket, he's an official candidate for the Coalition of Democratic Change, to run it as an independent candidate. As such, he needs to have his banner an independent lane rather than just putting in a party that is not supporting him on his banner. So that situation, there was a little hurry and pulling between the two groups, but at the end of the day, they were able to finalize, and as I speak now, we are moving slowly. But in recent time, Mr. Red, today, we went around the Hoffman Station community, specifically this morning, and we observed that the issue of a decent and undemocratic tearing down of campaign materials of Kennedy have started. We observed that, and that affected the representative Jape Momo, who is contesting as a representative for Harper District, vying to unseat Equibin Honorable Peter Jury. Our entire flyer was pulled down, was destroyed by unknown guys. So the team from Jape Momo have make a report to the National Election Commission to get involved, because according to them, they say that what sparked most of this is a trickle of election violence. Whether you opposition or you non-opposition, everyone should be respected in the democratic process, or else the issue of election violence will be observed.
Wow. All right. But let's go to you on top candidates. I asked for 3 in Rivers, and now with you, District 1, 2, and 3. Who are the top 3 candidates in those districts, and the top 3 candidates for the senatorial post?
So for Harper District, we have Honorable P. Mark Jury, Equibin. He's the top candidate so far in Harper District. In Plibo Saloke District, we have Speaker Buffer Chamber. He's the top candidate now in Plibo Saloke District. He's been battled by Anthony Flip Williams. And here in Harper District, Honorable P. Mark Jury has also been battled by Honorable William W. Wallace, the port director, port manager of Harper. Then in Calocan, we have Reverend.
Oh, we must have
Can
lost.
you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
So in Kalua District, we have another young candidate who is also battling the Equibin. We talk about Jackson Clay. Jackson Clay is the youngest so far who have registered and participating in the process, trying to unseat the CDC candidate in that area, and Equibin who is also recontested, wanting to represent the people of Kalua District. Then on the senatorial level, we have Senator J. Blebo Brown, who is also on a ticket of the Coalition of Democratic Change. He's the talk of the town now, both in Plibo, in Calocan, and in Harper. In Atayo Forum, Intellectual Forum, people are discussing about his tremendous contribution when it comes to women empowerment, providing macro loan for women today. They are self-sufficient. Those that were selling palm not from the support the intervention of Senator J. Blebo Brown. Today, some of them, they are on table market, some of them going Africans to buy goods and come and sell. So there are a lot of good saying about Senator J. Blebo Brown, and when it comes to senatorial level, he's the top so far in the county.
All right, Moses, we'll get back to you as time goes by on the latest on these elections. But let's keep the process peaceful. Let's keep the process healthy, and it's for everyone. Thank you so much, Moses Jipley.
Thank you.
All right, we're trying to get Joseph Wongwe on the line. Hope we can get Joseph Wongwe to talk about elections in Nimba. There are too many things going on in Nimba. Joseph?
Yes, good afternoon.
All right, good to have you, Joe. I bet you've been listening to your colleagues, and they were talking about some of the candidates from different parties carrying their flyers, but with President Weah, and some CDC people are not happy about that. Is that a similar situation in Nimba?
Particularly in Nimba and some districts, is not meaning with the case of the Coalition for Democratic Change, but it's with this the UP and that of MDR. So in district number 4, they have the 3 people they are carrying on the same flyer with the Unity Party logo, with MDR logo, and you will see at the back, you will see Senator Johnson, you will see some people also use Senator Nyombli Kanga, and some people will use Senator Jeremiah Kwankun, and that of Ambassador Joseph Nyuma Boakai.
Why are they putting Nyombli Kanga on the flyers?
Some are saying is the conglomeration of their team, and is a team that is set up with, they are moving with the same mindset to build a district. So if we come to district number 8-2, where Sim John is also contesting on the Unity Party ticket, you will see Sim John will also be using only Senator Kuhn photo, but he is not using Senator Johnson photo on any of the flyers and banners that he is also posting across district number 8. So if you go to district number 2, That means in district number 3, you will see Naked Gay is also on Unity Party ticket. He is using the same flyer of Senator Johnson photo, Senator Kun photo, and that of Ambassador Joseph Newman Boaka photo. That's why Maurice McGill, who is also contesting on the Unity Party ticket, is doing the same. And in district number 4 is similar thing with Ernest Mansier, Moses Mehdi, and that of some candidates too in the district.
Has that sparked any controversy or any crisis that somebody said, look, you're not in the Unity Party, you're running, don't put Boaka picture, or you're not in the CDC party, I'm on a party ticket, don't put George, we are with you. Is there anything sparking any tension?
It has not really sparked attention externally, but internally there have been some internal conflict where some supporters, like during their recent tour, a supporter from the home of Maurice McGill was also not pleased with Senator Johnson and that of the supporter of Naked Gay. Senator Johnson lifting up the hands of McGill in some places, and people are saying that McGill is the only one. Maurice McGill is the one who is on Unity Party ticket, and he is the one that's supposed to be using the standard bearer and that of the vice standard bearer photo on his flyer instead of Naked Gay, who is the MDR ticket. Because according to them, Indo, they concluded that where they will also be having MDR candidate, there is no need to put our candidate from the opposition Unity Party, and where they will be having Unity Party candidate, there is no need to put out a candidate from MDR. So some of their supporters, they are they have been expressing this dissatisfaction, but it is not something that they will be attacking each other publicly, that to say, oh, what Naked is on MDR ticket, he is using the photo of Ambassador Boaka and that of Kun and that of Maurice McGill. In district number 3, who is also on Unity Party ticket, he is using the photo of Ambassador Boaka and that of Senator Kun, including Senator Prince Johnson.
All right, I'll try to get Senator Johnson shortly on the show to call him up on the issue raised about a visit by Musa Belity and Harrison Conway. Have you heard anything about that?
The issue about district number 7 is divided into 2. Portion of district 7 is in upper Nimba and portion of district 7 is in lower Nimba. So the belt that have to do with the home of Harrison Conway and to belt, I think Fred Yigbe should be the best person to speak on that. And for me, I'm not really on top of that information, Chief.
All right, Joseph Womwe, thank you so much. Let me let you go. Nimba got 9 districts, so if I were to ask you who are the top candidates in the 9th district, we would not have the time. But again, I will call you up exclusively on who are the top candidates in the districts on a lot of part of the show. But let me let you go by asking you, what preparations are you seeing about President Weir's entry into Nimba?
Like today, even in Nimba County, if the president is expected to arrive in Nimba County today, he will receive the warm welcome, because the campaign manager for CDC in Nimba, B. Mike Bloom, with that of the chairman for the Coalition for Democratic Change in Nimba, Honorable Regina Mann, who served as county inspector for Nimba before, including the superintendent and that of one of the down high supporter of Senator Kun, who recently crossed over to CDC inbound by his name of Prophet Elijah Wundier, who yesterday launched the other auxiliary group called Team Prophet for the re-election of President Weir. They are all in high gear, and even inbound city this morning, the citizens inbound, they are embarked on preparing some guest houses that when the president comes, maybe some of the VIP or some of the officials will be able to be lodged. So they are also doing necessary preparation until the official schedule can be released to the people of Nimba County to know when the president will be coming, where the president will be going, and where the president will be stopping to speak to the people of.
All right, Moses, let me leave you. Moses, let me leave you. Senator, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great.
Sir, your voice too low. How you doing, Senator Johnson?
I'm doing fine.
Good to hear. When you're doing fine, we're happy. Senator, a lot of things have been coming out of Nimba. You've been recorded, and it's on the front page, Africa. How disturbing is this, that people are recording you on your conversation? They are they are allowed to recall you because it's politics. They're not asking your consent.
No, I always tell people, you know what, these people. A wise man will deal with his issue.
Senator, can I call you on the, let me call you on the WhatsApp. This is not too clear. I don't like to call you and it'd be so bad. Let me call you quickly on the WhatsApp number.
Fingers on the box.
This is the Liberia Broadcasting System. This is the Bomber Show. I will try to get Senator Prince Johnson. He says, yes, people can recall his political time. His statement is being misinterpreted, misconstrued politically. Let's hear from him on get him quickly on the WhatsApp number, because it seems as though this is so distorted. I don't like to talk to big people or even ordinary people on a very distorted line. Let me get the Nimba County Senator quickly. He will be there patiently to receive my call. Senator Prince Wyatt Johnson, senior senator of Nimba County, who is seeking re-elections. And by the way, he's a lead candidate lead candidate. The fact that he's the incumbent, and reports from Nimba says he's doing pretty well with his campaign in all parts of Nimba. But again, this is the first time I see Senator Johnson campaign like this. What is it? The situation, trying to get him on what's up. This is ELBC Radio. Maybe not WhatsApp, but we'll get him. Yeah, my WhatsApp seems not to. Senator, sorry, but I should you be much clearer here. This is the first time I've noticed you campaign like this. You've been very vigorous in your campaign, sir. Why is it that low? Oh, it's too bad. I'm sorry, Senator Prince Johnson. I want to do everything possible that you get very clear. I bet this is your WhatsApp number, and I hope you're listening to ELBC. It's calling back. You keep me very low, that's why. Hello?
You all right now?
Very all right, Senator Johnson.
Your phone is 40.
Then please buy me new phone, Senator.
No worry, it's a pleasure to buy one for you.
All right, Senator. Thank you in advance. I appreciate. The phone is actually giving me some problem. I'm saying to you, are you in Monrovia or stay in Nimba?
I will stay in Nimba until after October result.
You're voting in Nimba?
I will vote in Nimba and remain in Nimba.
I remember 2011, you voted in around the Coca-Cola factory area, and you're campaigning vigorously. This has not been the case in past elections.
Well, because it's true, many places I never reached 18 years of my service to the people. I was able to reach so many. And we're starting on Monday again.
How is it going? It's almost like a reunion. You said like 18 years you haven't gone to some parts of Nimba, and now you're going. How is it like? Is it receptive, or people are annoyed that they haven't seen you all the years?
Look at the photo, man. PYJ, no PYJ, no Nimba.
So you still take the lead. You stay the godfather.
Well, the people in Monrovia, the Monrovian propaganda, they say Prince Johnson has lost a group of Nimba. And the thing is, they fail to know is that I don't have Nimba. Nimba has me.
Okay.
Is it different?
There's some leaked tips. It's just coming up one after the other, as if they plan to just be recording you. First came from the Camp City Mayor, Flomo.
I'm a national strong figure. So they want to. The thing is that I don't know why this matter. What video you talking about? No, not video. It's not a video. It's a voice with you and Philip. Yes, audio recording.
Yes, sir.
It was secretly done by the city mayor of Campley. This city mayor was recommended by me. He was nominated by the president, confirmed by the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
We did that. But you have been a thorn in my flesh, insulting me all the time on the voice of camp.
Insulting you?
Yes, always. So I called him. If you listen to the audio, I said, you always against me. You always hating on me with all justifiable reason. Why do you do this stuff? We are fighting for you. We are struggling for you. But you always hate on me. Omen Batua, 2017 election, I told him the time had changed. Ellie is in support of we are. If you see the superintendent of the country on our side now, you may know that the PRT so join us to maintain your job. If you don't join us and the government is changed, you will lose your job and will replace you. And that happened. We won, you have to be replaced. So you, City Mayor, change and come to us. If you don't come to us, stay where you are, but keep quiet. You don't have to insult me.
No, he doesn't have to insult you. But there's another portion of the audio, sir.
But listen to me now.
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
So I told him that. I said, you see, old man Bokar is an old man. He has chosen a young man to be his honor man. What does that insinuate? To me, one, he is growing up a future leader after him. Two, he believes in generational change. And probably could be doing most of the jobs. Moses had Joshua, biblically, as an armor bearer. Elijah had Elisha as an armor bearer. And when they both left the world, the matter of leadership fell on them. So if you see the old man bringing a young boy near him, he's trying to grow him up and to teach him. So in the teaching process, he will be doing most of the job, go so, for him to learn better. That's my interpretation of what I meant. But it is not hurting the UP. It's hurting the CDC, so what fish they got to fight in this?
but Senator, if you refer to her, a lot of people are looking at this as...
your business. The CDC should think about what happened to the auditor. The CDC should be thinking about investigating what happened to
the CDC and people who are opposing the UP says Mr. Bokar is all his afraid. He's not active. If you support that,
listen to me.
Yes, sir.
Joe Biden is old. I'm 71 years old.
Joe Biden is old. So is Kamala Harris running the U.S. government?
She is sent to many places on behalf of the government, on behalf of Joe Biden. Mr. Kuhn himself is called the operational sergeant. Senator. We used to send him to where? We used to send him to deal with other matters that are actually their way.
Okay. Oh, so he will be the operational man, the vice president, who will be assisting the old man.
This matter is not your business because the Constitution is very clear.
Oh, we lost the senator. That's too bad. We lost him a bit. I need to call him again. There's something, Senator, about Musa Belede and you having meetings. I don't know how true is that. And Harrison Cow, we're coming to see you too. And then one of your sons, in presence of Gompu, has been on the radio about another telephone conversation. I'm trying to get the senior senator of Nimba County, Senator Prince Wa Johnson. Let me see if I can get him quickly, and then we can conclude. He says he had a biblical explanation about why he made the comments about the VP and Kuhn will be doing the job. Some people have taken this as trouble, as putting some trouble sentiment in it, that it's Nima's time to be president, and so they're just waiting for. Let me see if I can get to Senator Johnson again, who has been willing to take my call, and we had a very good conversation. He said on the radio here, he hasn't gone to parts of Nimba, that he had not gone to parts of Nimba for like 9-8 years, and this campaign is taking him all over Nimba, and Nimba owns him. He doesn't own Nimba. That's Senator Prince Wa Johnson, senior senator, who, by all indication, is the lead in the post for senator. Roland Duo, Armstrong, Gobek, and others. There are 6 against Senator Prince Johnson. Hello, William DeSanto. Well, people have been expecting President We are in your end. What's the latest there?
The market out here in Lower Majibi County. This is Unification today.
Oh, so the president next stop is in Unification Town?
The president is to get the Unification Town any moment from now. As a matter of fact, the escort team just arrived around the EPS They are all on the ground. The logistics team are all here, planted on the ground. We are right now at the main entrance of Unification Town, where the president is expected to officially talk to first sectors of citizens who believe they are here.
All right. So we'll be waiting for more details of the president's arrival at Unification City from you as soon as our OSA broadcast team join you. But meanwhile, we'll be expecting some pre-arrival videos on the LBS or LNTV live page. Thank you so much. Listen to ELBC Radio. Everything has an end until we join our OB crew. We'll be with the legislative program from the House as soon as we get words from our OSA broadcast team with President George. We're expecting Unification City. We'll be joining them. This is ELBC Radio. Let me know.